Hello, everybody. I got my coffee. Texture Junkies here, Sharon, and we do have Kylie in the house.
Hello.
As always, we're going to start out with an Oracle card reading, and this is our new time. It's going to be at noon, the first and third Saturday of each month. Except this is actually a fifth Saturday. So those are always kind of a wild card, and I decided to do it. Even though I have this great big brace right now. But I can move my hand. So, I can't do some things, but I can do a lot of things. And if you're new here, please stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be making some intention jars that you can hang on a tree or hang in your window or, set somewhere. And they will be sealed. It's going to be so much fun. You can also do it with corks. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up there for me if you like what you see, or even if you don't like what you see. That'd be great. That'd be great. So I'm really glad to have you here. All right. So it's just us for right now. I know everybody's out shopping. I do know that. And it's a new time. So I'm going to have a drink of coffee. You got coffee, Kylie, or are you drinking tea?
Should I confess? I've got something ever so slightly stronger tonight.
Oh, do confess. Do confess.
Oh, just a little glass of rosé.
Oh, I thought you were going to say some Scotch whiskey, like some
I could have that, but no, I'll leave that. No, just a nice little after dinner glass of rosé wine.
Hi, Anina. You're our first.
Hi, Anina.
She's eating ice cream. Well, my ice cream machine, my Ninja Creamy, my husband put the thing in wrong and it stripped the part that comes down, and it's kind of like a screw, and we can't find a replacement part for it. And so we have a $300 piece of equipment sitting in the kitchen now. Well, hi, Diane. And so, Diane, are you having coffee, tea, or ice cream? That is the question right now. Or whiskey. I mean, you're off in Australia.
I think it might be a bit early in Australia, but hey, not judging.
Hey, it's noon somewhere, right? Maybe we should do I have no place to even set my coffee cup. It's so crowded right now. Okay, are you guys ready for these? So this is hi, Sherry. You made it just in time for our positive oracle card affirmation sort of. This kind of sets the tone, and this is for our highest and greatest good right here. Is there anything else in there? Okay. So as always, I will pick 3 of these for us to find inspiration for our project or for the week, or whatever. If it fits, it resonates with you, that's wonderful. And then I will pick one of these. We love the artwork here, and they all have nice artwork, but these are so special right here. And then this is a new deck, so I'm going to go ahead and pick one of those just to look at. Okay, all right, so let's pick. I'm not good at this part. I always feel like I'm going to drop them all, and then I'm going to do this because I can. I have this big thing on my shoulder still. I'm walking around like in a contraption. I'm kind of trussed like a turkey or a Christmas ham. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to take that one. That's number 1. I'm going to take that one. Take that one. That is for us. All right, let's read them. Okay, this was number 1 right here. Oh, change. Oh, this is a good one for right now. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. That right there is about ascension and changing your vibration and realizing perfect card today. And you can see the artwork. Okay, and this was number 2. And I will take a picture of these. Diane, you just literally opened your eyes at 6 a.m. Belinda, hi. We have Kylie here too.
Hi, Belinda.
Okay, so that perfect card. Let's see if we can get another perfect card. Worth. Oh, you have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Oh my goodness, these cards. Oh my goodness, these cards. They are so for me right now. And I don't know, are they for you? Raise your hand if they're for you, because I am feeling these. And this is number 3. Oh, gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. Okay. Who, like, if I could have picked 3 cards and looked, there would not have been more perfect cards. I'm really, really tickled with these today. And I, of course, will take a picture so you can see them. Celia, when she gets here, she's usually good at reminding me. Okay, so, take what you want from those. It could be the artwork, it could be the words, could be, and this gratitude right here, this is what our project's going to be today. And I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to tell you. So we have those. Now let's pick one of these pretty girls because they're gorgeous. And I like the inspiration with these. So we're just going to give them a little, they don't need anything special. Okay, because they're all special, really. We're just going to pick the top one. Oh, no rain today. Rain is my favorite. So, rain is negativity. It's got to be negativity. No rain today. Look how beautiful she is with her white, fluffy cloud hair. And can you guys see that? It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So no rain today. I'll keep that one out. Okay. And I left out the cards from last week to make sure that we didn't get them again this week. So I'm going to put those back in there. And I am going to put these in the bowl. And then we're going to pull one of these queens. Okay. Let me put these back though. I hope everybody's having a happy, well, the holiday started. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. I couldn't cook. And this year we did something different. My mom has been just tired, and she takes care of her husband who's kind of losing it. And so she decided not to have Thanksgiving at her house. So everybody kind of decided to do some other things. My son and his partner went and cooked a Thanksgiving meal for his partner's mom, because she's afraid she's going to get deported. She has a green card, but she's from Brazil and she's afraid of being deported. So they thought they needed to do something special for her. And I totally get it. So, yeah. And that better not happen. My son is afraid his partner might get deported too. So, very tough. Very tough. Okay, so let's just pull the top one here. Oh, it's acceptance. We just did those hand cards or the handbook. That's very pretty. These cards have a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of different stuff going on here in these cards. They're like if Salvador Dali made there is a Salvador Dali set, but I mean, I don't want his artwork on the cards. They're very dreamland. Okay, so, I did not leave that one out, but that's okay. We'll just take pictures of those ones. All right, so I'm going to put them back in the cup. We're going to talk about what we're making today. So do you guys have any of the little jars? Oh, and I did not clean my desk. I am so sorry, you guys. Do you have any of the little jars, like the Tim Holtz or the ones from the Dollar Tree? Or if you don't have one of those little jars, you can also use cork. I'll show you how. We are going to make little gratitude or intention or prayer jars. And I'm going to hang mine on the Christmas tree. And so mine could be a little steampunk because I'm starting a steampunk holiday. I decided I've been wanting to do a steampunk Christmas tree for years and years. So I have decided that it is time and I am doing it, you know. Is something wrong, Belinda? Am I missing something there? Everybody's giving Belinda hugs. Belinda, hugs. Whatever it is. I'm sorry. Okay, so, all right. I've got all kinds of crazy things out here. Is it bright enough? Should I turn on my other light over here on this other side? I probably should, huh?
I think Belinda's just getting hugs because it's 6 a.m. and she's tuning in, which is great. So
yeah.
I think it's because it's an early morning for her.
It is an early morning here. I'm just turning on my other light so you guys can see, because you're going to see little things, you know, little bits of this and that. So the first one I want to do is going to be some coffee. Hold on.
Anina's saying love letter for yourself.
It very well could be intention. It could be something that, you know, it's almost like a New Year's resolution or something that you, a dream that you have, something you want to accomplish. It could be, you know, any of the, what you're grateful for, because gratitude is such an important thing. It could be anything, really. But we're going to decorate the jars too. And what I've done here is I've pulled out some little jars. These are old ones here. This one has booze in it. This one's really old, and I had put some copper tape on it ages ago and let it get a patina on it. And it had wire hanging around it. And I had it hung up next to my sink, and I would put little flowers in it. This is another old one that's got some stuff on it. I may or may not decide to use that one, but these are the kind that you can get at the Dollar Tree. So we should start with this, I think. And then we will do a cork as well. And I looked through all my little bits and found loads and loads and loads of little bits of things. And I might kind of want to do some wax on top of it, kind of to seal it. I think that would be fun. You know, just like the kind of wax that you press, you know, I've never even used mine, and it's up there somewhere. But I've got, you know, beads. I've got my ring on for my jump rings. Let's see. Just
Oh, I
all
checked
kinds.
those rings out, Sharon, because you recommended them, and they are so inexpensive.
They
So
are.
yeah, I'm going to send for some because yeah,
They are
they're
so
so
amazing.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, they really do work wonders. Okay, so we're gonna do a little jar. And I think with this one, I think I can do something real simple with that real quick. I think I have a package. I can hear my dog out there just being really angry about it. um, let's see. I had an idea for some of these things too, to put around like the top or the bottom. If I can find some big ones, because they bend around a bead. I know I have some big ones in here. I know I do. Oh, like one like that, but maybe a smaller jar. Do you see what I'm doing there?
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, this one, this one. Yeah, because mine, I'd like to be a tiny bit steampunk. And so I'm going to kind of go for those kind of vibes, I think. And I have an idea for this one real quick. I have this feather, probably from my backyard or on a walk, or I just pick up feathers and I feed all the neighborhood birds. And I'm going to put this feather in this jar. And birds mean something to me because it's about dreaming and it's about flying high.
Mm.
I think that's the perfect thing to put in that jar if I want to just do a simple one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll figure out how I want to do the top. And then I was going to show you, I just have bits of this and that. I have these guys that I got, there's some washers in here. It doesn't have to be anything super pretty. You could put flowers on them if you want. There's different things you can do. So just get creative and we can find ways to hang charms from them too. So I'm going to get a little bit of wire out and wrap around that before. See my wire. I think copper, because it is patinaed copper right there. Let me move this. I also got some other really cool things in the mail. I got rusty stars and rusty snowflakes. I'm really excited about those. Okay, so let me put this to the side here. I'll just put him in there. Get that out of the way. This thing is in my way. This pillow on my. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off, guys. I'm doing it. I'm gonna put it to the side just a little bit. Okay, and I'll just be really careful. Okay. And I'm allowed to take it off a couple times a day and like hang my arm down to my side, and I'm allowed to, do this. I just can't, this. Okay, so I want to wrap a little bit of wire around this, but this is a nice fat wire. So I'm going to find some beads that I can maybe put on it. And I do just have some like little glass beads and stuff here. But these might be too big. Some charms. I just threw some stuff in, one of these might be nice on there. And I think I could probably come up with a charm or something too. Like, okay, I'm crazy, you guys. This is all my new Temu. But I did put them in one place. So these roses are meant for fingernails, and they are perfect for little things. So maybe I'll add one of those. Let's see, this is chain. A washer. How about a copper washer? We can do that. Moon stars, little feathers. Oh, feather charms. No, can't do feathers twice. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That right there. Oh, not that color. All right. And perhaps, look what else I have. I wonder if it'll fit on the bottle. What, oh, I have a bird.
I love it. I love it.
That's perfect. Oh, it's really perfect. Okay, so that's going on there. And I'm going to skip that then, because I don't need to do a whole bunch to these. If I'm going to make multiples, these would be beautiful little gifts, you guys. You could hang them on a package. That would be cool. You know, when you wrap the gift and then put a little this, you know, for some blessings on their package. That would be really fun. I mean, if they're into blessings, I just want like a small one to hang off the wire. Oh, there we go. They're all different sizes. Darn it. There's some tiny, tiny ones here. Oh, there we go. I guess
Diane's saying it's like you're pulling stuff from her stash.
Yeah, I'm into your stash, girl.
I was actually thinking a minute or two ago, wouldn't it be great if we could all go and respectfully rummage through each other's studios, whatever, and yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
You know, and do some trading.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, so I'll use one or two of those. I don't know. Something like that. All right. So I want to get out some good glue. We need some good glue for this. And this is my golden soft gel. And it is really good glue. But if you guys want to use hot glue, that's fine too. You could put washi tape around or a piece of paper around it also. You know, I just happen to already have that on there. It was just dumb. It was dumb luck. So it was good luck. That's what it was. I'm trying to find a palette knife to do this with. Okay. So I'm going to take my little bird here. The stuff around the edges is usually the hardest and the gooeyest. I do have the same kind of glue in a hard, that's not what it's called. This is a soft matte gel. That's a hard matte gel. I don't know. It's in the back. This one I could reach first. Okay. So the secret to this, when you are putting on little things and you have all the goopy glue around it, is a paintbrush. And those stiff paintbrushes that we don't like very much, that's the ones to use. Let me grab one. This is where they come in so handy. And no, I can't find one. I never could figure out what the stiff brushes were for. Did you guys? I used one the other day. Oh, right there. Okay. Oh, no, that's a stencil brush. Well, darn it. I'm trying. Don't worry, it takes a minute to dry. This is a good brush, but it is a little stiffer. So you're going to go around your edges. And you just take a little bit of that off. And that's fine. Especially when you've got, like, say, if I put a gear on here, it's going to get, like, the glue in the little edges. And this is, when I do an assemblage, exactly how, you know, just like that. Okay. And that's on there. It'll be on there forever. This glue is really good. But I'm sure that you could use tacky glue or, you know, whatever you like, really. So I'm going to put that away for a minute and put my brush in water.
You mentioned hot glue. I sometimes find that, you know, a bit later on, a couple of months, maybe longer, it just kind of, the
Comes
thing will
off.
come off in an assemblage. So I rarely use hot glue.
Yeah, you know, Gorilla Glue makes a hot glue now.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
think it's probably better, you
Hmm.
know, than, you know, it's supposed to be. And when I use hot glue, I think of my mom. I think I'm crafting all of a sudden if I use hot glue. So it feels different than art.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I understand. I bought a little tiny hot glue gun, oh, years and years ago, only because everybody seemed to have one, and I thought I don't have one, and it was like miniature, but I haven't used it very often. But anytime I have, then I either burn myself when I'm using it, and then
Always.
later on the things just fall off.
It's kind of it's kind of a rule, isn't it, ladies, that you burn yourself when you use the hot glue.
Yep.
It is a rule. You have to do it at least once every time. I didn't even look in here to see if I had um, a cool bead to put on here, because yeah, I do. Look at that. It looks, and it's copper. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. So you can also put, if you so choose, and this will turn. If you so choose, you could put jewelry on it, like old broken jewelry, or you know, whatever you got. A washer, a dryer. Sorry.
A bit heavy. That the hot glue
You know.
won't work with the dryer.
So I'm using this kind of like a charm here, and I want to get it closer to the, come on, get back on there. This is the fiddly part, I have to say. I'm going to get it closer to my little bead, and then I'm going to kind of go around the bead, I think. It's always just kind of a, you know, crapshoot when you're working with wire like this. I mean, some people are really good at it, and they're like, it's perfect, and they know all these special knots, and I don't do that. I just kind of keep wrapping. That's what I do. I don't know if I'm even on camera right now.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use some pliers here and make sure I'm pulling that tight right there, because I know this is going to come off, and I have a plan. But don't worry, she has a plan. I'm going to twist this. Please don't break on me. I'm going to twist it and twist it and twist it. Ooh. Oh. Everything's a crapshoot with me. You never know. And then I'm going to take this one and go around this bead, because that'll tighten it up. And I'm going to do it again. This bead was probably just too fat for this jar, but that's okay. Doesn't hurt anything. And I can go back through here. And then if you have any of the waxes in the colors of patina, or, you know, if you're working with copper like this, don't forget to use those. I mean, that's so fun. And I end up with this fun little spiral right there. I like it because I wound around and around there. It's perfect. There ain't no measuring or precise or, you know, any of that for me. You know, I've tried to do the Coptic stitch over and over and over again, and I have gotten it different every time, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Seriously. I have no idea. So this is also where my hook will go when I go to hang this on my tree, because I'm going to hang this on my tree. Oh, my bird moved. It's probably good to do this before you do this. I just got excited about her. Okay, so let's give that pokey bit make it not pokey. Technical term, that's what it is. And then I'm just going to go around here and do this so I have a hanger. So I have a place to see what I did there. I just made a loop, so I have a place to hang something, like the hook for the tree. All right. So this one doesn't have a cork. So what does that mean? That means I have to make one out of something. And this is a fun thing to do. I mean, you can go around and see what you have that fits. A pretty bead, or say, oh, that bird, I keep moving him. Say I have a pretty bead that fits like this, or but I'm kind of thinking I need to put an ugly bead in it. That's fine. And then cover it with wax. That's, I mean, I think that's okay. Maybe not that ugly. Come over here. Let's see. I really got to get that bird to stay. There's some bigger ones in here, and I do have way more beads than this. This is just what I have out. So there's another one of these. Look, a rusty bell. Hey, what if I just did that, because I had already glued that bit on there. That's pretty. And then I may or may not need the wax. What do you guys think? I've got to get it even though. Kind of works. And then maybe I could put a teeny tiny something right here in the top, kind of build up like a trend, like a lathed bedpost, you know, like, I don't know, there's probably a word for that. A lid. It's a lid. Maybe a pearl goes right there on top. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get my good glue out again. So it's
Diane said of the bead, I think, uglyish. Not that ugly, LOL. I actually thought that bead went quite well, but
the brown one.
Oh,
this
was
one
it brown? No,
is
the earlier one, I thought it was a kind of greenish one. I thought.
Oh, the green one. That
Yeah.
green one is a really antique one, and it has the wire through it, and it has an eye pin through it. So I would have had to just, take it apart.
Okay, so Diane says put an eye pin in it, and Rhonda's joined us.
Oh, hey, Rhonda. We're having fun with some intention jars. An eye pin. I could do that, but this didn't have a hole. This originally was like a marble, and I glued this on here. So I'm kind of thinking, I also have these things. I'm kind of thinking what I'll do is glue it down and then find something smaller to put just on the top. Even if I use, I haven't used these in like 2 years. They might be dried up. Even if I use something like Nuvo drops or, something like that. So Rhonda, this is a jar that I put a feather in. We're making intention jars, and feathers are really important to me. And they mean dreams to me. So I've got the bird glued on. That is an actual piece of copper tape. And it's an antique jar. Got it, that bird keeps moving. So now I'm going to use my thing again here and see if I can't get some glue all over the place. I'm just going to get it everywhere. I'll use my stiff brush again. It'll be okay.
Yeah, Rhonda says she loves the idea.
So intention jars, we also can do with corks. And what we do is write on the back of the piece of paper that you wrap around the cork, your intention or your wish or your prayer or whatever it is that you want and, you know, you would like in your life. And, you know, put it there. I did pretty good here. There's not much glue gooping up here. Let's see. Which means, did I get any in the right places? No. There wasn't any glue on the right place. So let's just do it this way. I probably should have done it that way in the first place. And then we'll put this one aside and we will work on another that's not an antique. There we go. There's some glue to clean up. If you don't have cleanup, you probably didn't get it all glued, right?
Mm.
Okay, there we go. Well, don't move on me. Got to be even. And now my fingers are sticky. I'm getting sticky now.
So
Another.
Rhonda, yes, Sharon is using both hands because she's kind of freed her right hand.
Yeah.
So she's able to do a little, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really supposed to, but well, I can a couple times a day to hang my arms straight down or to, oh, I have these little butterflies. To hang my arms straight down or to, no, I can't have two sets of wings. I'm allowed to do this. I just can't move my arm away from my body. So it's really hard to get deodorant on if you can't move your arm away from your body, by the way. I'm not very happy about that part. I'm going to use this antique, and it's very sparkly. It's a crystal, and there's an iridescence to it, and I'm going to put this on top. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a different kind of glue, though, just because it's fiddly, and I don't want to take away the shine and the iridescence of it. So one of those little flowers would have worked, too.
Rhonda says spray and run at it like cologne.
Well, I can't lift my arm at all. So I was like to my husband, I was like, I couldn't figure out what that smell was. And then I realized it's my armpit. I cannot put deodorant on.
Gross.
It was terrible. Yeah, it's really hard to take a shower. Really, really hard to take or a bath. It's very hard.
When I had my wrist in plaster, I had to go into the shower with a big plastic bag over the entirety of my arm with electrical black tape around it so that the water didn't get down and inside it. Oh, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
So I took baths first because of that. And it was really hard to get in and out of the bath.
Yep.
But it was the choice, right?
Yep.
That I needed to make. Come on, I don't want to ruin its sparkle. This is fiddly work for a girl that's just had surgery on her right arm, by the way.
It looks like the color of a ruby, is it?
It is kind of a like garnety,
garnet,
or rust colored.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Okay, so I want to very, very gently, since I have this in place, I'm going to set this to the side because I'm oh gosh, get the pin back in. Oh, my God. I don't have an extra tip. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side very carefully. And oh, it fell off. Okay, I'm going to put it on the back counter just a sec. Because I need to make sure that everything stays in place so it can dry. So, oh, you stay there. I said stay. My fingers are sticky. Okay. I almost could use tweezers, huh? It doesn't have to be this fiddly, guys, just so you know. Okay, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to hear the bead fall in a minute. Just going to hear it. Oh, gosh. And I got all these fun, fiddly little things. What do you say? Beauty is pain. I used to tell my daughter when we were fixing her hair or doing things, beauty is pain. And then she taught that to my granddaughter when she would brush her hair. Beauty is pain. Well, art is also pain right now, too. Okay. So now we're going to do the little jar, and it's right here. And I want to have the opportunity to hang a dangle from the bottom of this. So if I put this on the bottom of it, it was, you know, the kind that you can bend. If I add that, then I need to add something else underneath so that I can ensure that I can get a dangle, right? So I'm kind of thinking, I don't want to lose that cork. This one is probably going to get waxed. You can also use embossing powder instead of wax. That's a thought too. Okay, so this one I'm going to do something in the bottom of it. One of these moons, perhaps, if it fits. That's a good idea. Because it's like moon confetti. I don't think it's going to fit, is it? It might. And then I might add some white sand that I got from Tracy. Kind of like stardust. Or some silver. Would that be stardust, guys? What do you think? I hope it fits.
I love this comment from Diane. Let's do fiddly stuff while broken. Sanity rules in the art world. LOL.
Yeah, while I'm broken? Yeah. Okay, so I crammed it through there, and now I'm going to get an awl. Or, you know, anything pokey. And push it in. Oh, look what I did. Okay. So it was a little bent. It's a little metal moon. It's supposed to be confetti, and I love it. I love, love, love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So then I need to get out a little funnel, and lucky me, I know exactly where a new one is because I was almost out of my white favorite embossing or alcohol ink. I don't know why I can't have words today. Words are really hard today. Kylie probably knows why.
No comment.
Okay, so I'm going to get out a tiny little funnel. I hope that fits. Yay! Okay. And I probably could have done this first, but if I shake it, I should be able to shove it in there. Yep, that's right. I'm making it work. A few
Shake it and make it.
Colored seed beads would be a great idea. Yeah. So I want it to be like stardust, right? Let's put this to the side. So, and I think, I don't think I'm going to do the white sand. I actually think I'm going to do some glitter. Like, you know, stardust. But I also have these, I think they're seed beads, that I could add to it. Let's see. Let's use those supplies that we never use. That's right. I think these are beads, and they came in this container. Yeah. Look, guys. Now, who in their right mind would use those for a bead? I have no idea. I don't know. How do you use that? So I'm going to put some of those in there. I'm
They're
going
a
to put a
beautiful
couple.
color. Beautiful color.
Perfect color for
Yeah.
Stardust, huh?
Yeah.
So we're going to put a few of those in there. I'll put a few more. And then maybe
You'll be
some
finding them across
silver.
your desk. You'll be finding them across your desk for the next year now.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah.
If they get on the carpet, I'll never find them. I'll just
No.
hear it when I'm vacuuming and wonder
Yeah.
if I just vacuumed up something important. Right? Okay, and then let me look at this glitter. Don't you fall over. And I'll shake it so the moon will end up in a different spot, you know. How about this one? It's iridescent white. I don't use glitter very often, and when I do, it's quite the occasion. Do you think that's like Stardust, guys? I don't have silver.
Diane says, hashtag make glitter great again.
Let's do it. Glitter will actually erase a lot of mistakes. You can cover a lot of stuff with some glitter, or you can use something else like embossing powder, and heat it up. Let's see if I can open this. I'm having a difficult time. Okay. Oh, it's one of those. I so love it when they have a thing with holes in the top. Is it even coming out? No. Oh. Okay. Well. I have no idea. I'm going to find this one forever. Okay. Now, with this one, because it's going to be, I want it to be like Stardust and a moon. And let me shake it so I can get that moon moved, because he's laying flat on the top. So if I do this.
Rhonda says, can our hat just word itself? I'm tripping over it. Can our hats be pink? And Diane says that could be pushing it, Rhonda.
That is pushing it. And what hats?
I mean, I started to quake and tremble there.
There's no pink here. That is a dirty word. And Rhonda, I thought you were talking about that certain cult. For a second, I read that wrong. I got my son a pin that, because he and I talk about this stuff all the time. I got him a pin, and it's the Kool-Aid man, that would burst through your walls. And, the people that drank the Kool-Aid, and because the spaceship was passing over and they all died at the same time, that cold. So it's the Kool-Aid man, and it says, "Let's start a cult." I know my son is going to laugh so hard when he sees it. It's really good. Okay, so what I want to do with this, see, I got my pretty, I wish my moon wasn't as bent, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh yeah, you're messing with me. Make people look twice, wouldn't it? Yeah. But I also got him the Starship Federation I get him Star Trek stuff every year too, because he's a fan. But he's also a fan of like Family Guy, so he's not like a Trekkie or anything. Okay, so I've got to figure out how I am going to attach this, but still have the availability to put something there, right? I'm kind of thinking I might put, I'm going to grab some gold wire, some really thin gold wire, because I'm doing, it's kind of silver and gold, and you know, I think that's great. And I have all of these different sizes here. Grab something small because I want to see the moon inside still. This one would work nicely. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, that hurts. That hurts. That probably wasn't a movement I was supposed to do. As long as I keep my armpit, you know, like closed, really. I don't know where the end of this there. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to wrap it around the jar gently like a spiral and let it come out the bottom of this. If this isn't too thin to hold, you know what it is now that I think about it. It's too thin to hold a jump ring in the end. So we won't use this. Let me find the little slot to put that back in. I do that to all of my ribbons. If they're on something, I cut a little slot, or it just makes sense to put it through so they don't come undone. Okay, so it needs to be thick enough to, that one will work, thick enough to actually hold the jump ring.
So Rhonda's asking if we can see it in the technology closer up. So I don't know if you can.
Oh,
just
yeah.
a little closer.
So this is our moon. You got it? I don't know if that's a little, there's the moon. And the beads with that iridescent glitter came out really nice. And they're kind of sticking to the sides. It's really cool. So I've got this wire. And this is 0.8 millimeter. So I broke down one day and just bought one of those sets of wire, and I got it in gold, of course, because that's what I would mostly reach for. And I do mix my colors in metal, but it came in like every size. So you can actually go to Amazon and you don't get very much of it, but you'll get, you know, like the different millimeters in the set. And I think it's a really good idea because you never know what you're going to need. And I think they don't have much on them, really. So I'm kind of afraid to, I'm not going to cut it yet. I'm going to put it back through its little slot right there and see how much I need. So if I do the bottom first, and I'm going to be gluing that down, so I probably don't need to do a twist or anything like that. Okay, where am I? I need these. I just need to make, wrong ones anyway. I need these. I need to make a little ring, but I need to also have a place for it to glue down. So
Diane is asking, did you see the meme she posted yesterday? And it's how she's decorating this year.
I did not. I might have. What was it? I haven't been on Facebook a whole lot, but anybody that's my friend, they come up on my thread. So I see it. So what was it really? I cannot recall. I feel like I might have seen something. Well, I guess I should have put it through there before I did it. Well, let's go. Let's go there, man. Okay, it needs to go this way. Explain your meme. All right. So I kind of got ahead of myself. I make a lot of mistakes. This is how we learn. This is exactly how we learn, right? Okay.
So Diane says it was glaring at the empty tree and throwing the tinsel aggressively and huffing
Oh,
off.
I did not see that, but I bet it
Sounds
was
good.
funny.
Yeah.
And like
We'll
an
all be
angry
looking for it now.
Bill and I actually talked about, we were talking last year about how they don't do tinsel anymore. Not like that. And it was annoying when it was time to like take your tree away, but we have an artificial tree. We could leave it on there. It would feel more like the Christmas trees of our childhood if it had the tinsel. You know, it always feels like something's missing. Okay, so I did cut a length. What I'm going to do is go back up through, and I'm starting at the bottom for all of this here. I'm just going to go back through the hole to create what I need. You know, just winging it here. And I don't want to twist it because it'll create more bulk. I just want a loop to do. Okay, like that. So I'm going to bend this back so that I can actually bend my little tail with it. Okay, like that. All right. So this will be here, and I can trim that for the tail. That will be there, and I'm not going to glue this until the end because I don't want to mess with it like I did the bird. I think it'll keep moving until the glue is dry. Fiddle dee. Okay, so what I'm going to do though, I'll end up wrapping this gently around my bottle till I get to the top. And what I'm going to do at the top, I'm going to see if I have my little needle nose pliers. I wonder if I can just make a curl. And this will obviously need a dab of glue. And then I'm going to take it and run it through that top wire. Fiddly. Oh, fiddlesticks. I said it. And this is why we have jewelry wires or jewelry tools. I can probably pull it up and do it and then put it back down, can't I? Oh, screw you. Sorry. You know you would have done that too. What I'm trying to do is loop it through this wire right here, and maybe I just need to use my fingers or take it up one.
Hi, Trish.
Hey, Trish, you just missed me having a moment. I threw a fit on my wire. Yeah, it was a tantrum. It was an absolute tantrum, like a 5-year-old. Like my husband throws 5-year-old tantrums. I always tell him afterwards too, because he's like, I know, sorry. He does it. Okay, so I'm going to run that back through. Hopefully that works. And figure out what other decoration I want before I glue that down to the bottle. Come on, go over the cork. Okay, take the cork out. Go over that. So this could have had beads on it or whatever, but I was too busy trying to do this part. So what I'm going to do is hang a charm off of it. Put that there, so we're back. And then anything else I can twist up here, I will to tighten it, basically. But it gives it little curls everywhere. And I like that. I like little curls. Okay. And then I'll hang a charm from the top. So that means that all the rest of this length that I have left is going to end up right here. And I'll probably use a piece of tape to hold it on until the glue dries. You know, you get a vision, and I'm stubborn and I'm like, no, I'm using that. I'm doing it. Right? Stop being petulant. Oh, that's great. So and this can be, you know, looser. It does not have to hug that bottle tightly. It just has to hug that top tightly and not move. So I'm going to go ahead and get my tape ready. And I don't think I'm going to put anything else on this because, you know, until I get to the charm, because I think this looks really cool. Don't you guys?
Yeah, love it.
And what I can do when I do the charms, it'll get a charm here on the bottom after it's dry, of course, and it'll get a charm or two hanging from there. I could even take some of the beads. Remember that green one? Probably not the green one, but because it's too big, but because it has the hardware in it, I could, you know, use something that has the hardware. I just don't want to cover that moon. So that's, you know, that's the thing.
It would be like planets orbiting.
What's that?
So putting some charms on there, like little beads. So, you know, the moon orbits the Earth, but you put beads around it and it's like everything orbits the moon, which of course nothing does.
You know, I think I have a Saturn charm somewhere. And it came in a set of charms, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? If it turns up, maybe I could do that. But I'm going to have an opportunity to have a charm here and a charm on the bottom. And then I'm probably going to put wax on this one because it'll hold it in place. And an eye hook or an eye screw, you know, like with a little, you know, it's like a cup hook, but it's closed.
Yeah.
I have little tiny ones that I can put in there. And when the wax is in there, it'll really hold it. But let me get my tape ready before I glue that, because I'm going to need to be ready and prepared for that.
So Sharon, Trish is asking how you are. How are you? And she says you've been in her thoughts.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here, Trish. I took my brace off to do this. I'm not really supposed to. I don't start physical therapy until I'm looking for the right kind of tape, because I need it to stick but not destroy. I'm going to use this kind. It's good and sticky. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I am here laughing with my friends, and I really needed that. So I already did all my Christmas shopping. I probably have a package sitting on my porch, and that is why the dog was barking. This tape right here, my husband brings home from work. They use it in car audio to cover the wires.
Did you use your teeth there to cut it?
I tried, and it didn't work. I did try.
I just knew that. I just knew that.
So
We've all done it.
yeah, that's what we do. You know, like if it was duct tape, it would have worked. Darn it. So I'm I'm gonna have 2 of them here just in case I need a second one. So I've got those ready, and I'm gonna use the good glue. Well, let me think for a minute. Let me think for a minute, because I want it to, this stuff can dry kind of like a texture paste sometimes. And I don't really want that to happen. So I have other options here. I could use DuraClear High Gloss. That would probably work just fine because it's like glue. Or if you have the other thing that's like this, and I can't remember what it's called, and I do have some and it's really thick. Oh, what's it called, ladies? You know what it's called. It's the stuff that's like glass. Oh, it's right here. It probably is so thick because I haven't used it. Glossy Accents. There are people that use this for glue all the time. So let's see if I can get that out of the bottle. Shall we? Move some tools out of my way. Oh, and you.
So Diane says that when she was 6, she made a whole heap of teeny tiny dangles by putting seed beads on eye pins.
Oh my goodness.
That's a great idea.
It is.
Make them dangle.
I actually have some. I'm just making sure that it's not clogged. It probably is.
Bye, Anina. She has to go because she's
bye,
tired
Anina.
and she's going to sleep.
It's so good to have you here. Belinda, have I ignored you? I'm sorry. Hello. Hi. Okay, so we're gonna see if any of this comes out. I'm gonna try over here for, oh, it still works. This is like 4 years old. Like 4 years. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm gonna do every single petal on this. Kind of, because this will dry clear. But I'm gonna have to pull out my little wire. Boy, that was fiddly, wasn't it? Oh, you get on there. You get on there. A piece of it came off because I bent it over and over. I'm sure. It's okay. I'll put a butterfly there or something. And this I'll trim off after. Okay, so I got my tape ready. And go. Okay, so I got you. So this tape is really good stuff. And it's like a fabric almost. Come on, you go all the way down. There we go. Good boy. It's like a corrugated or ribbed sort of fabric-y, you know, and they put it over wires. It makes them look neater. And my husband is very meticulous with his work. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be crooked, but I'm okay. I'm going to have to be okay with it because I can't see, you know, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll see if we can get a little bit more down in here. Make sure we have some contact. Oh, I don't really want to glue the tape on though. So, all right. Who has anybody here glued with Glossy Accents? Because I've seen people do it in videos. It's crazy to me. Wonder if I can get that piece back on.
I've used it more. I used to take so sometimes I would take, you know, the petals from dried hydrangea, put them down, and then I would use the Glossy Accents over them to kind of encase them. Yeah, so more like that. It acts as a sort of glue, but more as a kind of something to seal something in.
Diane said her electrician husband has the same black fabric tape. It's probably the same. And it keeps going missing, and she has no idea how that keeps happening.
Oh, strange. So strange.
Mine brings it home for me once in a while. It's like I don't get a bouquet of flowers. I get like rusty stuff and weird giant metal sheets or you know, like tape. That's just the kind of stuff he gives me. He knows me. Okay, I'm going to put this on the back counter. And obviously I can't do anything more to it until it's got all that stuff going on. So that's our little dream jar. And I think I have a little charm that says dream. I'm pretty sure I do. I did this recently and I forgot to share. I did that in my recliner. She's fun. And I've been working on these. You guys saw the other ones. I took pictures, but these aren't done yet. I am working on them still. And then this one, still working on these. Oh, I'm glad I didn't ignore you, Belinda. I'm so glad. Okay, so now let's do a cork so I can show you how easy it is to do a cork. Because what I just did there didn't need to be that hard, by the way. So, yeah. It's really up to you how fiddly and difficult you want to make your life. Isn't it? All right. Let me see here. So I'm getting into my bag of goodies. I have a bag of corks sitting right here. I'm glad my chair swivels so I don't have to use my right arm. Okay, my bag of corks out. I've got a coffee can full downstairs. And I was a bartender, for 26 years. So I have a lot of weird corks too. Looks like a mushroom. That will be a mushroom someday. Okay, so I'm just going to use a regular one. Just, I want it to be flat. That one has wax on it. Like from the, yeah, we're going to use that one. Okay. Like I didn't put that wax on there. It came on the bottle. All right. I love how I have like a couple little gears and stuff staring at me over here. Reminding me, use me. Okay, so top or bottom on this. And I'll add a hanger. I think it's the bottom. What do you guys think? It's top. So what I'm going to do is pick out a piece of paper that I like, and I'm going to write a message on the back. And you could use tissue paper or anything you wanted, really. It could be a gel print. You could make a whole bunch of gel print ornaments, you guys. Can you imagine? And then hang them all along your window from your curtain rod. Wouldn't that be fun? Like a garland? I would love that. Or you could even make like a beaded curtain out of them. If you're feeling really froggy. Okay, but I'm not going to use a gel print. What I'm going to use is something steampunky. And I happen to just get these papers that are steampunky. Oh, ow, ow. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. And let me see. I want to find something that has a small enough sort of, I think a clock would be amazing on there. Let me see if I can find a smaller one. I must, right? It's not quite a clock. There we go. That's a, washi tape would be good here too. I think that one or that one. The blue one. The blue one wins. Okay. Put that to the side. All right. These papers, you know, a couple bucks on Temu. I know. I'm addicted. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
Well, if everything I've read is correct, then you're going to have to pay a whole lot more in future.
Yeah. If that happens, if it happens, if he is sworn in, let me
Mhm.
say, because he may not be.
Sorry, I didn't
That's
want
all.
to turn it in that direction. It was just came to mind.
Yeah, just because of some other stuff. You know, voting machine stuff, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm stepping in, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so I like
we've got Paula Hen in the house.
Paula. Hey, I'm glad you're here. We're doing some steampunky. They're, I don't know. Explain what they are for me, Kylie, would you?
So she's working with corks, and I was actually just about to ask, do you think you could cover the cork in fabric? You know,
Yes,
maybe even kind of recycled sari and almost make it boho rather than steampunk?
I have some of those actually.
Mm,
And I'm thinking,
just
where are
thinking.
they? Where are they hanging? I actually have one hanging somewhere here in this room. I keep rearranging the room, so I keep, you know, forgetting where everything is. It's a sickness, I know. Okay, so I want to use that clock. So what I'm going to do is kind of, and I'm going to leave myself a little so I can put something around it. I'm not sure what yet, or, you know, what the deal. So I'm going to just kind of do that and mark it. Okay, this is hard for me. I have to use this hand because I can't reach in that direction with my hand yet.
Yeah, you need to be careful you don't overwork your
Oh, it's going to hurt anyway.
operating hand. Yeah.
It's
Well,
going to hurt anyway. Anytime I do anything, it gets exhausted pretty fast. And okay, that pin didn't work. So let me find a different one.
so do you think you're going to hang all of these from your tree?
Maybe, maybe not. It depends
Mhm.
on if they
Yeah.
feel festive enough, probably.
Yeah. Mm.
Because you
I
know, a
think they'll,
steampunk tree, that's kind of
yeah,
fun.
I think they will look super cool.
I do have a lot of ornaments that could pass.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put a steampunk top hat on the top of the tree. I gotta, where did I put my scissors? There. And I'm gonna do that myself. I thought about doing it out of paper mache and doing it on here, but then I decided to just order the hat plain, and it's really just felt, and you steam it, and it's meant for a snowman. But I'm gonna, you know, make it so it'll fit on the tree and really do it up. I have some. Let me show you what I got. I spent way too much for this crap. Way too much for that. We went to, there's a place here in town that it's all guy stuff basically, and everything he has is rusty or old or guy stuff, you know. Look at what I found. Look at this. They're old
Oh,
motorcycle.
wow. Wow.
They have, it's like this is metal, and that's real rust. The straps long since went away, but look at all the colors on there.
Wow.
And I bet I paid $20 for these because I went up. There's no prices on anything, and I put this handful of stuff on the counter. And she said, "Am I buffering, guys?"
No, I think it's maybe just at
Just
Paula's
Paula.
end.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, $70. And I was like, what? And I couldn't believe it. And I had to barter her down to 60. And I was like, my husband's going to kill me. He was in the car. He gave me his wallet. I have never paid so much for some stuff like this, you know? And I mean, they have so much of it. But I think part of the reason it was so expensive, it's all right here, actually. I think almost all. Part of the reason it was so expensive, I put it all here. This weighs like 5 pounds. I don't know what it was for, you know. I mean, obviously it's for measuring, but it's not all here. It starts at 3. This, I'm going to do an assemblage. And these are from the I would say the 1920s because of the way they're dressed. And, you know, porcelain. And this, oh my gosh, this weighs so much. This is, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but it's going to be on display somewhere with a tassel and I don't know what yet. I just haven't, I'm still ogling all this stuff, you know, so I don't know. This, yes, you can. This old political button. It's all rusty around the edges. I don't know why I needed that. This thing is so heavy and it's filthy. I need to go through with the little brush and get some of the loose stuff off. It's got gears that are moving already still. And all of these labels. And she said these are worth so much money if they still have the writing on them. Can you see the writing? So people look for these apparently, and he had a bucket full and they were outside, you know, and it rains here. But these ones weren't as much. They're obviously, oh, that's so gorgeous. I should try to read this one day because I think this one is probably the oldest one. And this one, look at this is one of these. Look at that. It's so corroded and beautiful. It's going to be a background in an assemblage, I tell you. And then, of course, an old spoon and a bit of hardware. And I just had so much fun. I could have spent 2 days in that place. Anyway, $60. I had the box already. Seriously, I've never spent that much on rusty crap, but I did it. Don't tell him. He didn't ask and I didn't say.
Cool stuff though. Yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, very cool stuff. Okay, I lost my cork. Is losing your cork like losing your marbles? I'm just asking for a friend. Okay, so I made it a little short so I could put something at the top and bottom so I can trim it out, you know. And I'm going to continue. I did pretty good evening that out, didn't I? I just freehanded that. So it has that clock on it. Oh, yeah.
Looks good.
And I think I'll put a little piece of glue right here. Don't need anything special. Just dabble to me. And I want to make sure the clock's right side up. I guess it doesn't really matter, you know. But, and I'm going to go ahead and do it this way so it really holds on. Get it on there crooked. Okay. And then my phone's over here going nuts. I've just got it on vibrate and I don't know what the deal is. Just making sure it's not like a Amber Alert or something weird. Okay, I'm just holding this for a moment and it should be glued. And don't worry, I'm going to cover that with what I do not know yet. Mwah. It's mad science. That's what this is. That's what we're doing today. Just mad science stuff. Okay, so I've got some. These are new.
So Paula says, multiple choice, lose your marbles, pop your cork, freak your freak, LOL.
All those sound perfect for.
Yeah.
Okay, this I already had, and I could use something like this. Doesn't have to be the same on both, but I think it might be a bit too wide, so I'm going to put that away. It's just not working for me, at least. And then I'm going to put these all over my tree. Red pom-pom balls. Why do I think they're cute again? We used to think these were so ugly, and now all of a sudden I love to see the black ones hanging out of my art journal. These are so cute. So I could find the black ones and do a little bump, bump, boom. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing it. These I meant to cut apart. They're the wrong kind. It's probably going to be one of these gold ones. And I didn't even remember what this one was. I hadn't opened it yet. Oh. It looks like the 1920s. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. I wonder if I could cut it apart. Let's cut a piece. Let's cut a piece and play with it. I'm going to take that much. That is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. It doesn't need to go back in the bag. Okay. So if I cut this apart, I'm wondering if I can I'll put the gold on the top, or, I could use embossing powder or, whatever. But I'm wondering if I can't get some of these hanging from the bottom, and then I don't have to do any sort of charm or anything like that. But it needs to be cut just right. So let me see if I can do that with this hand. Whew. So it's a lot, but we'll see how it looks. Sometimes I, audition things like this, and I won't know until I cut it apart. But if I don't use it, then I can use it next time, right? Or for something else. So it doesn't matter. Maybe I can use that top piece on this lace, this piece for the top of it. I'm afraid these triangles are going to be too big, though. It really looks like flapper dress. It reminds me of a flapper. Oh, this really hurts my... I'm using muscles I'm not supposed to be using, guys. Whew! I'm glad it's almost over. Glad it's almost over. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's that muscle that they cut apart and put back together in my armpit. So, okay. Now I'm wondering if I can glue this. Let's see. The clock remains around the clock, around this, and if it looks really weird. I kind of like weird, though. I'm doing it. What do you guys think? Should I just do it? I'm going to go for it. It's weird, and I'm going for it. That's it. That's all there is to it. Oh, that hurts. Okay. So what I'll do is make sure that I use the small triangle and let this kind of frame the clock. But I'll put something else on here too to really work it out. So it's not just a piece of paper and some of this. Oh, I was supposed to write on the paper, guys. I missed the point. Missed the point completely. So in a perfect world, you would have written your intention on the inside of that. Okay. All right. So glue, glue, glue. We're going to use this kind this time. I'm going to get all goopy. All right.
Just think your intention into it.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do it that way. Hey, you know,
Yeah.
I can hang a charm from it that has my intention.
Yeah.
I can roll up a piece of paper and, you know, do it like that. I'm just gonna do this really carefully, I hope, because I don't really want to have a goopy mess. Luckily, it's coming out really slow for me. Okay. Let's see. See if we can get, I don't want it on my hands. The clock framed. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Mm-hmm. This is still like at work. I feel like a surgeon. Like a surgeon. You knew it was coming. I want to put a clip on it or something to hold it for a moment. Maybe a little bit more glue. I'm going to go for it here. Oh, yeah. That worked. Y'all got that song stuck in your head now? Because I do. I was never really a Weird Al Yankovic fan, though, so I really don't want it in my head. I'm just taking the weakest points here and adding it. So this is where I said, if you don't, if you have glue that's hanging out and you don't like it and there's nothing you can do about it, dip it in glitter. You know, like let the glitter use up the rest of the glue. Why not? It's a great way to use your glitter, I think. Okay, I think we're in place enough now. I just want it to hold still. How about a rubber band? Do I own one of those? Do I have those still? I wouldn't know where. Just want to make sure it holds still. Okay, and then do I want to use gold at the top? So this is technically the front. We'll hang like that. Gold at the top, or do I cut this little bit off? Nah, that's a lot of, it's not going to look good cut off, I don't think. Okay, gold. Boy, that's pretty, isn't it? I love it. All right. So what if I just wrap it with one of these? This is elastic. This is more delicate. It's older. And I think that looks just fine. So what I want to do now, I have glue right there. I'm going to put some glue down and then I'll start wrapping. Just so it holds on somewhere. All right. This stuff is so delicate. I have tried to use this in a big needle, and sometimes it's successful. Sometimes it's not. It's kind of stretchy. Don't worry, I'll get the extra glue. We'll put glitter on it. That's what it's for. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. I need enough. Oh, that's nice. So I didn't cook a turkey yesterday. I think I started to tell that story. We bought the full meal deal from our local. I can't reach with that hand. From our local grocery store, like the privately owned one. They did deals where you get everything. It was $79. But we did it. It was dumb, but I couldn't cook, and everybody was doing something this year, and it was just not a typical Thanksgiving. So that's what I did. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's going to hold, but we're going to give it a minute. So I want to look through some little charms that I have with words. This is where I need, let's tie it. I could do that, I think I can. Let's do it. Let's see if I am talented enough to do a knot with this stretchy stuff and moving cork. There's one way. Now go the other way. And nails. I haven't been able to do my fingernails, and it's driving me crazy. Okay, you need to stay, sir, right there. You. Yeah, you. Okay, let's try this. All right. That one's making me mad. Because it keeps coming undone. Usually the fabric glue is great. I actually had a little puddle here somewhere. Okay, so I've got my clock, and now I would think that I need to do something like, let's bring some of this down. So it's folks. Oh, I'm sorry that you're freezing and buffering, Paula. I'm sorry. Intentions don't need to be physical. That is so true. I'm thinking I have an eye hook. I have these teeny tiny, fussy ones, of course. And I would put it right there and hang a crystal. What do you think? I've got a crystal. I've got one right here in this box of dreamy goodies. Look, I'm thinking a longer one like this. What do you think? I also have these kind, but I think it's going to make the stuff hang out. Let me see. I think that's the one. If I can get this to, hold on down here. Okay.
Rhonda says, bling it, baby.
Yeah, let's bling it out. Let's see. Looking for my little eye hooks. They were in view not too long ago, and now I'm not sure. Might have to just make one out of a wire or something. I need to put a string on. Where are those? I just had them. Just a sec, okay? I gotta look at it in a box right here. Off the cameras. I've got, multiple boxes here. Oh, there they are. Yay. Okay. I knew they were there. I knew exactly where they were. Okay. So I hope that's holding. It doesn't really matter what color I choose because it's not going to show. Should I chew my nail off first? I think it's too long. Okay, so I'm just going to screw it in. That's it. As soon as I get it to hold, I'll stick something through it to help. Okay. Now, help me, help me, help me. Help me, help me. We're almost there. I mean, it's a cork. You could also just use a strong wire and poke 2 holes and put a dab of glue on it and, pop it in there. That would work too. Okay, now we have a hook. So these are plastic, and I have a bag of these, but I took one out to look at for another project, and it just happened to be in a box near my desk. So I think it's perfect. And then we'll put some other crystals like this somewhere around the top and coordinate our colors just a little bit more. So
Rhonda has to go in a few minutes. So bye, Rhonda. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was fun to have you here. I know it's a big shopping Saturday for most people. Can I do it without a needle? I did it. I did it. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. So I just want to tie this. This part's not going to show either. It's going to be kind of underneath the dangles there. And probably add some gears. I think this one needs gears because it's got the clock. And I'm going to do that and cut this a little bit, some short. Nope, I can't do that yet. Okay, spread this out. Go through. Can I do it? I did it. Okay. So this is a special 5th Saturday, if you guys haven't noticed. I did this last time too, and those are wild cards for me, whether or not I am up to streaming. But if you are new here and watching on replay, please note that I am live the 1st and 3rd Saturday of each month. And if there's 5 Saturdays in a month, it's a wild card, which is today. And we do all kinds of stuff, don't we?
Bye, Trish.
Oh, we'll see you later, Trish. Thank you so much. Love you. So if you're watching on a replay and it's your first time, please know that we do all kinds of stuff. I just felt like I wanted to do some dangles today, and do a little bit of some Christmas, or some steampunk. Yours don't have to be steampunk. And the main intention was, or the main purpose was to have and make some little intention jars or ornaments, so did,
that's definitely looking very flapperish.
Yeah, it does look flappery, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This really has that look. Okay.
Even with the kind of gold around the top,
Yeah.
it's like one of the headbands, and the top almost
Yeah.
looks like a face. Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking gears. And I have these, or I even have like some paper ones. I had them sitting on my desk. Okay, guys, what do I do with them? Where did they go?
Evie says hi and love as well.
Oh, thank
Or Evie.
you.
Sorry, I say Evie. Evie.
Oh, we'll see you soon, Evie. Thank you for coming. We love having you both here whenever you can make it. So I'm just kind of figuring out, this is uneven. I don't like it. It's bugging me. I'm thinking I'm going to put something right there, but I'm trying to figure out what it is that I want to put there. Is it going to be some of these little flowers? Is it going to be gears? The gears, I think maybe the tiniest ones would be okay, but other ones, they would have to be able to bend, right? Or they're going to stick out. And which would be okay, but I kind of don't want them to stick out. For some reason, I'm just not feeling it for that. So I'm going to look in my little thing of goodies here, and maybe, what if, I mean, we blinged it with the crystal. What if I used some of this? You guys
Yep.
remember this? Yeah, well, I got more colors. I mean, because it's like cheap by the yard. Oh, I'm doing that. Is that one good? It's it's like a garnet. So pretty. It's almost black. I do have black, but okay. So let's kind of measure around and see what we need here, because I don't want to waste any jewel on this yard of delicious, yummy crystal. Okay, so right there. That's where it's at. The other colors I got were black, because I thought I could probably steampunk some things with them. I got black and red, like a brighter red. Okay, now for the glue on this one. If I use the paste, it will dull the shine and it will not be nice. So I think this is where I'm going to pull out some glossy accents and try it that way. This today is the first time I've ever used it for glue. I know other people have. And there's nothing wrong with being a little glossy also. I think that's good. And I did put a lot on there. A lot. I maybe shouldn't have put so much. And maybe I should do the clock and the rest of it. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm going to have to put it down on plastic because it's going to stick. Okay. Oh, I should get a baby wipe out from my fingers. Told you we were doing fiddly. All right. It really is flappery now. Really, really. So I'm going to put the tiniest piece of washi tape right there, just to hold it in place a little bit and make sure it's pushed up here. There we go. I mean, I don't necessarily need it to be even, but I want it to be wrapped all the way around. And I'm going to do something with these tails. I'm not sure what yet. Come on. Line up for me. There we go. Let's find some tape. Little piece of, I've got a little bit of fabric tape here. Just going to do this. Hopefully they stayed lined up. Okay, I think I'm going to use some of those flowers now. What do you think? A few of the little flowers. Because they're so tiny, I have little black and white ones too. Let's see. There they are. What else is in this magic box of stuff? No. Okay. So what do you think? Do we want the rust colored or the black and white? Because it could go either way with the crystal that's hanging out the bottom. It's choices.
Difficult one.
Yeah. Okay, well, how about I'm kind of thinking the black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So I haven't used any of these yet, and they really are meant for fingernails. Isn't that weird? They're beautiful. Do I have to do it that way? Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't want something that big on my finger. But that just goes to show, guys, when you are looking for little bits of adornment, look at stuff like that, because you'd be surprised. They make little beautiful charms to go on fingernails, and they're so tiny. And if you don't mind a little fiddly, that's the way to go. So I think I'm just going to put them in a cluster right above the clock right there. What do you think? I think that works. Or two on one side and one on the other. But definitely unevenly, because that's how I do. I'm thinking 3 together. Okay, no drippy. Okay, so see if they fit even. If we can do 3. 1, 2. Oh, these are so pretty too. I'm going to hold it up in just a second so you guys can see them. 3. Those are going to need a little tape over them too. Can you guys see those? Is it fuzzy? It's fuzzy. Can you see those?
Yeah, slightly. It's yeah, we can get the position of them.
There. They're so pretty. And the darkness is down in the deeper parts of the roses. Okay, so I've got a little bit more of this fabric tape sitting here, and I'm going to take another little piece and just do this so they stay together. I'm not trying to tape it to the, cork, but I want them to stay together. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side because this one now needs to have a little drying time before I add a topper to it. And a topper could end up being like, oh gosh, it could be something 3D that I have, or I mean like a bird, one of these, or it could be anything really. Anything that's sort of goes with it. I could have a crystal, big pearl. I don't know. So we'll see on that. But eventually it will have a hook. Let me set this to the side.
So you have about 5 minutes to the 2-hour mark.
Okay. Well, that means I'm going to bring back the first bottle. And I'm going to share, where did I put them? Where'd they go? I wanted to share the things I just made. Oh, they're under this tray. So you guys can actually see them in kind of more in person. And that is these guys that I started last time in the live. And I better get the lid on that. Oh my gosh, my arm. Oh, my arm. So this one I decided, it says blessings. I actually decided I'm going to put a picture or a wire across to just hang it on a wall like that. I love the way this came out. I am just tickled pink with that little bird on the heart. And then I ended up using a gold marker or gold, this one. Oh gosh, the golden brass, because it is so bright, or bronze, iridescent bronze. And I just used a tiny paintbrush. I love it. And then this one, and I know I shared pictures of these, but I wanted to, share the other way as well. Put rusty hanger on it. It's got a clock piece and a point that hangs at the base. This is actually really old. It's not something I bought. It's another, like the one we just used. And I just love the way she came out. And then this one, I ended up giving her, do you see I love it. I love it. And all of these are a mix of, because I just kept going. Paint, alcohol ink, Nuvo mousse. There was something else. Oh gosh. Markers. I mean, alcohol ink. Did I say that? I mean, there was just so many mediums that went into these, because I was like, need some of this. Oh, I don't have that in that color. And so I would go, oh, I need some of that. And that's how we ended up, with such a mixed media project. I like those. They are always my favorite when they come out. They're, I put my soul into those ones. Really. Okay. So I think it's time. There's our bottle with the feather in it. It'll probably get a little a dangle that, says dream on it for that reason. And I'm thinking gold on the texture of the bird. So I'll use a little gold on my finger. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here today. This was so much fun, and my desk is trashed. I love it. My fingers aren't, but my desk is, and I didn't end up needing that. But I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you are new, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Both, all, some, any of that. Thank you so much, you guys. And you have a wonderful shopping weekend, Black Friday weekend. And we'll see you next Saturday.